So today we got the Warriors have betrayed Steph Curry, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought Curry was gonna stay with the Warriors his entire career. People are saying he's leaving. I don't see it happening. If he stayed with them this long, he might as well. But if he left, they could win hella chips, bro. With the Spurs, bro. If Curry went to Spurs right now, he got like 3-4 more chips in him easy, and then he could just retire. But would that ruin his legacy, bro? Because people actually hold him to such a high standard because he stayed with the Warriors, built them up. You feel me? He's the greatest shooter of all time. Greatest point guard of all time. You feel me? He got no.
The Warriors are giving up on Steph Curry.
3 more. He could win some chips and it still wouldn't be too crazy.
And I know that sounds dramatic or hype, but it's right in our face. So LeBron wanted to play with Steph. Not only has the man talked about playing with him for years, Rich Paul admitted it was a layered decision across the board between Philly and Golden State, and he really just decided on Philly. Why? Because they had more talent to win a championship. LeBron even said it, and he gave the Warriors time. Bron said, look, I want to play with you, but you need to go get my boy Anthony Davis. We know that because Shams reported it. LeBron would only play there if they got AD. Simple. But AD costs picks, and the Warriors are valuing future picks over Steph's career. And honestly, they've been doing that forever. This team had the goal to go in on a 2-timeline plan in the middle of Steph's prime. LeBron James would have had a heart attack. That's betrayal. 7 years ago, they picked James Wiseman #2, then go with JonathanKuminga, hold on to him till he has 0 value. Congratulations. They take advantage of Steph's loyalty. But without LeBron and AD, what happens now? And this is what the front office knows. They see exactly what I'm about to show, had no intention of giving up picks. So next season, the Dubs won't have Jimmy Butler until January at least, off of an ACL tear at 37 years old. That leaves 38-year-old Steph to carry the team offensively. So who is better than Golden State next year? Let's start with the obvious tier. That is Oklahoma City and San Antonio. Then the most likely tier, the Lakers, Denver, Houston, and Minnesota. All easily better than Golden State. Then the probably tier, Portland for sure, then the Clippers and Phoenix. But then the new maybe tier. These are teams that have improved from last year to finally make a run. And in the West, that is the Utah Jazz and the Dallas Mavericks. Not only
I ain't gonna lie, the Mavericks is not even bro, what? The Mavericks, I'm not even a Mavericks fan, bro. But come on, bro.
Did Utah get Darren Peterson at #2? But they are ready
like, still, bro, there's no way the Mavs are.
Guys like Larry Markkinen, Jaren Jackson Jr., who are all sitting last year to tank, now going for it. And the Mavs get to pair Cooper Flag with Kyrie Irving. Plus, they've got good vet role players. Dallas doesn't control their picks next year. They have no reason to sit back and lose. So the Warriors are a 12 seed next year as it stands right now. And if you knock off our maybes, then a 10 seed. But Steph cannot get injured. How are they going to score a point without Steph until Jimmy Butler returns? And the Dubs front office knows this, so they didn't want to lose that 2027 first-round pick. But the problem, some experts say 27 is supposed to be as bad or worse than 2024, when the top picks were Zachary Rizachet and Alex Sarr. Yeah, not a great plan. Now, it reminds you of what happened in Dallas with Dirk Nowitzki. Mark Cuban tried like hell to get top free agents to go to Dallas after their 2011 championship, but he failed. He even got Dirk to take pay cuts. But Chris Paul went to the Clippers. Then DeAndre Jordan went to LA. Dwight Howard went to Houston, LaMarcus Aldridge, the Spurs. If you look at Golden State, yeah, same thing. They have whiffed on like every big star. Giannis, LeBron, Pascal, only guy that they got was Jimmy Butler. So for Dirk and Steph, loyal as hell on crappy teams till the very end. But in Dallas, their plan landed them a #5 pick in 2018, which they traded up to get Luka Doncic. So in Dirk's final year, he literally passed the franchise to Luka in his record 21st season with only one team. Pretty cool, but the Warriors can't do that. There is no Luka to pass to, even if they get the #1 pick. But what makes it 100 times worse, we all know, Steph is way better than what Dirk was at the end. Man is still a top 5 to 10 player at least. For example, last year Steph dropped over 26 points in less than 31 minutes a night. That's something only he and Giannis have done in all of NBA history. So the way the Warriors...
Bro, what? history, bro. We're not even just an era like our last season. I thought you were about to say last season.
And betrayal. But maybe there's a different plan. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I will talk about that plan. But
crazy,
first,
though.
DraymondGreen. And I don't want to spend too much time on this because he might sign somewhere else, like very soon. But it's weird that he hasn't. Because Draymond declined his almost
somewhere else, bro. The Warriors are the slowest franchise like I've seen, bro. They could have been traded this dude, kept Jordan Poole, like, and that would have been better for the franchise. Even if y'all think Jordan Poole fell off now, if his mental is better, he probably would still be a better player. He could have developed more. You feel me? There's a reason he's getting progressive. He got a little worse and stuff. Bro, trading Draymond now,
$28 million player option to make room for LeBron. Slow. But you'd think as soon as LeBron chose Philly, they would have a plan set up for Dre to sign. Why hasn't he? Well, maybe he is looking at a team that actually has a chance to compete for a title. And you might think, oh, that's disloyal to Steph. No, the Warriors were ready to ship him out last year. They put Dre's name in trade talks for the first time. All bets are off. It's obvious Jimmy Butler is their guy. Jimmy's agent Bernie Lee even leaked to ESPN. Golden State promised they would not trade him and wanted to build together moving forward. So if you're Draymond, it's like, okay, you already made your choice. They'll trade me if they get a chance. Not gonna be Jimmy. So instead, why don't I choose my NBA future, then have it dictated by the Warriors front office? It would definitely sting, but that wound already opened when Golden State tried to trade him. They broke the seal. So where could he go? There are actually a ton of teams that make sense, but what about a sign and trade to the Sixers? We know Draymond wants to play with LeBron, so a deal could be Warriors get Joel Embiid, 2028 first from the Clippers, 2033 first from the Sixers, and swap from LA.
Hold on. What are we talking about?
Get Draymond on a sign and trade and Kristaps Porzingis. That works money-wise if Draymond does a sign and trade at his previous.
These two together aren't worth Embiid. Bro, do you know who Joel Embiid? Yo, why are we disrespecting Joel Embiid just because he's injured? A healthy Joel Embiid is better. I'll take him over Nikola Jokic any day, bro. Joel Embiid's issue is his health. Bro, if he can rest, this is a dumb
salary.
Hold up,
then
bro.
the Warriors asked for a ton of draft equity. Those are valuable picks. And Joel Embiid. Why? Because Kristaps still has value. And Joel's contract is terrible with his injury history. Why would Golden State do that? Because the alternative is losing Draymond for nothing. At least here you get draft assets and a flyer on Embiid, Jimmy, and Steph. Okay, but let's say that there is some other plan. What could that be? Well, it turns out that the Warriors' salary cap might be a clue. After next season in 27-28, they have zero guaranteed dollars on the cap sheet. It's a blank canvas, and they've got all their picks. Now, you got to think that Steph is going to extend, so his last year might be 28-29. The point is, they have tools to improve. For example, they could sign and trade almost any player into their cap space, or they could sign a free agent. So free agents next year include restricted guys like Amen and Asor Thompson, Brandon Miller from Charlotte, unrestricted players like Kawhi Leonard, Michael Porter Jr., and player option guys like LeBron James if things go south in Philly, Karl Anthony Towns, Kyrie Irving, and the dream scenario, Nikola Jokic, which I'm not even going to get into. I'm not even going to go there. That's more of a pipe dream than getting Giannis. But the point is, they've got some options. The only problem is, Steph will be then closing in on 40 years old by that time, with a gigantic missed opportunity. So would LeBron, AD, Draymond, and Porzingis have won a title? I mean, you want to say no, but in this era of parity, who's to say they had zero chance? You don't know that. All we know is the Warriors had a chance to make Steph's final years fun as hell, but they chose to prioritize the future like they've been doing for years and years. Ever since Kevin Durant left in 2019, basically, and that is sad. But very good get in Philly. LeBron chooses the Sixers over the Warriors, according to Rich Paul.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. The way StepHCurry is looking, if he did jump ship, he could win like 3 more championships, 4 more championships. I see that pretty easily. He fits into almost any championship team ever, bro. Let's be real. You just slot StephenCurry in, your team is instantly better. He does not need the ball in his hands. You feel me? And he's immediately taking so much pressure off of everybody else. Like, it's Curry, bro. Let's be real. That's all I gotta say, bro. That being said, like, I'm subscribing. See y'all next one.